Farms. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live. I'm thrilled to discuss, um, talk about immigration and your immigration law practice and how these immigrant clients will transform your firm. In today's session, we're focusing on two foundational steps. We're going to define your firm's expertise and we're going to identify the client archetype that best fits your long-term goals for your immigration law firm. My aim is to help you attract the clients that not only need your services, but also match your unique strengths. I'm thrilled to, hi, Shantae. Hi, everyone. I'm thrilled to have you join me as we explore how refining your firm's expertise and zero in on your ideal client archetype can revolutionize your pet practice. Today, we're going to dive into two crucial steps. So, the first one, I want to begin with the first question that I want to discuss is what type of immigration cases are your firm's top priority? Are you leaning towards family based petitions, humanitarian based petitions, employment based petitions, K1? Are you specializing in waivers? Is your mission to find hard immigration complex cases that not a lot of other immigration attorneys or firms will take, and you want to help those clients succeed? Is that something that helps you stand out beyond the crowd? So focusing on a specific case not only positions you as an expert, but also allows you to tailor your processes and communication. So just today, I was in a CLE and they were giving examples on an intake form that you can have for your immigration law practice. And of course, when I looked at the intake form, it was very general. And you had to go through so many avenues to go through this consultation form, it would take at least 30 minutes, before you would determine whether that lead qualifies for anything. Versus if you already have a niche and you already have a set amount of cases or specific cases that you want to help with in your firm, you can tailor your intake, you can tailor your consultation form to be able to determine if they're eligible for the services that they offer at your firm. The clarity in your focus sends a powerful message to potential clients that you're the expert in that area and they'll benefit from that specialized knowledge. I've had clients that practice or they serve immigration clients in a way that many other immigration law firms don't. So sometimes I'll have a call and a lead will tell me that they've called so many immigration lawyers and they told them that the only way that they can gain immigration status is if they were to get married, versus just letting them know that maybe they don't offer these services and they can't help with these services, but that doesn't mean that they're stuck. So even though you may run into clients that's been through that and they figure out that you specialize in some type of relief that they may not have heard of before, they'll be able to see you as an authority and they'll reach out to you if their pain point aligns with the solution that you're offering them. But how will they know if you don't tailor your communication to talk to them? So next, let's consider what are the challenges that your firm excel at solving. Every niche comes with its own set of obstacles. Perhaps your strength lies in navigating the intricate documentation required for family-based cases or managing unpredictable timelines and adjustment of status applications. In terms of, because sometimes with, of course, as you know, adjustment of status applications, it can range in timing and processing depending on whether you're working with an immediate relative or someone who is an immediate relative, and they may have to wait to see when their adjustment of status becomes current. When you clearly articulate these challenges and your proven methods for overcoming them, you build a narrative of success that resonates with your potential clients. And also, if you think about it, if you have a immigration client archetype that you're helping, and it's niche down to a certain type of immigration relief, and you get more clients that benefit from the immigration relief. Once you hear from a lead, that lead that I was saying earlier, that will tell you that they talked to immigration attorneys and they told them the only way that they can get immigration relief is through marriage, and you're telling them that you offer this service that maybe they haven't heard before. It's not that common. They don't hear a lot of immigration attorneys talking about it, but you can bring them the social proof that you have from your previous clients. Hi, this is, I know you may not have heard of this before, but I can show you of the many clients that we've helped with this process, and they've seen it as an investment and it transformed their life. So let's move to step 2. Let's start by identifying the most common characteristics of your successful clients. Look at your history. What traits do your best cases share? Perhaps these clients have completed documentation, met eligibility criteria easily, or um, they have a threshold of case complexity. So let's say the threshold, you may not want to take super complex cases, and that's perfectly fine. But let's say you do have the threshold of where that's all you want to take those hard cases that no one else will take. You want to sue the government, you want to do this, you want to appeal, you want to do deportation defense. This is your thing. um so look at the cases that you've had, look at the success rate, look at how much you enjoyed those cases, and notice any patterns in your firm that will be able to help you grow and evolve into maybe niching down on those certain types of immigration relief that you are more fond of. Feel free to share in the chat what you observed, and see how this can spark any ideas of how you refine your intake process further. Sorry. Now let's tackle another important question. What specific problems are you best equipped to handle? So in immigration, there, as you know, you can categorize your cases into family, humanitarian, employment based, whatever. But what specific problems within those cases are you best equipped to handle? Are you really fond of waivers? Is that something that piques your interest, and it fulfills your passion for advocacy to be able to fight for the underdog? Or are you not best equipped to handle those? And maybe that can be a part of your intake process as well, asking questions that you know could trigger a waiver or could trigger a more complex case. For instance, if you build a reputation around handling asylum cases, then that's a clear signal to potential clients that you have the nuanced skills needed to have a clear to that you have the nuanced skills needed to steer those complex cases. As you may know, asylum is it's not always black and white. There's sometimes some people, they file after the year deadline, but they meet those exceptions. If you practice asylum cases a lot, you would know those. You would know those things. You would know those exceptions off the top of your head, and you'd be familiar with fighting cases such as those. If that's something that you're not comfortable with, that's that's definitely something that you should consider in terms of how you want to build the culture of your practices and the type of cases that you want to bring on. Because one thing that I see a lot is really high burnout because of people taking cases that they may not be fond of. And of course, as you know, we're all human. When you're doing something that you don't really enjoy, it seems like, it really seems like you're taking out a lot more energy. A lot more energy. It's a lot more draining. It's draining. And then at the same time, these are people's lives. You still want to do the best that you can. You're ethically bound to do the best that you can. So why not choose the cases that you prefer anyway? When you communicate this clearly, you not only attract the right clients, but also set realistic expectations about the outcomes. And like I said earlier, sharing success stories in those areas can further reinforce your capability and commitment. Being able to tell your leads or your consultations that I've been able to serve clients that were in very similar situations just as you are, and I understand that this is very, the things that you've gone through are very traumatic. You know, this is very scary to be able to trust someone with your immigration relief, but I can assure you that I have clients in the past that had the exact same problems that you've had, and we're ready to fight for you. And the best way to be able to prove that is the success stories of your previous clients and the clients that you've had a really good relationship with, the clients that you preferred, the clients that um, it, that you enjoyed working on those cases for. So finally, consider what type of clients align with your firm's vision and long-term goals. This isn't just about the immediate case, it's about building a sustainable practice. It's about building a culture for your practice, for you to be able to abide by, for those who you hired will be able to easily abide by, and also for the clients that you bring on will be able to abide by. The right client isn't merely someone who meets your eligibility criteria. They're individuals whose values and expectation resonates with your firm's mission. By being strategic in your client selection, you create opportunities for a deeper long-term relationship that benefits both parties. Take a moment to think about how your current client base aligns with your vision. If there's a mismatch, then it may be time to recalibrate your intake criteria. So, what niche have you seen the most success with your practice? And also, how do you measure a client's potential beyond just eligibility? To wrap up today's session, we dug into defining your firm expertise and identifying your immigration client archetype by clarifying which cases you prioritize and understand the traits of your most successful clients. You set a stage for transformational growth. I challenge you to take these questions back to your team, review your client data, and refine your intake processes accordingly. Clear, consistent communication from the very first interaction is what ultimately builds trust and drives success. Thank you so much for joining me today. Implement these strategies and watch your firm transform through the power of focused expertise and client alignment. See you next time.